Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in with me, Hanali, for a tarot reading today. Let's see what energies are coming up, what messages are coming up, what you might need to take note of, especially within the realm of your relationships. And that includes your relationship with yourself. So let's dig in. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. Now, when this card is upright, it's talking a lot about being trapped within limiting beliefs. It's talking about limiting ourselves, limiting our voice, not believing in ourselves, essentially. And when it's reversed, what we're really speaking of is beginning to come out of those beliefs, starting a process of believing in oneself more, of raising your own self-esteem, of beginning to see that your voice is valuable and needed in the world. On a personal level, I really feel the energy of this card since the full moon in Aquarius, if you're watching this in real time. But for a few days, I've been feeling really doubtful about my own voice, about whether it's worth putting these videos up, whether I have anything valuable to contribute, whether I really belong in this space. And maybe you can relate to that in some area of your life where you feel like you just don't belong there, or you're not good enough, right? And today is really an invitation for you to do something, to take action against your own doubts, to do something despite your self-doubts, right? And if that's within the realm of relationships, it might be to start believing that you really are good enough to be in the relationship that you want, or that you are good enough for your partner right now. If you've been feeling some insecurities around that, feeling like maybe they want to be with someone else, or you're not attractive enough, you're not good enough to be a partner for them. Today is a day to, just make one intention to take an action, to prove to yourself that that isn't the case, right? And so often of the time, it sounds so simple to just say, when we have a limiting belief, really the only way to kind of deal with it is to make a decision to let it go, to make a conscious decision that, no, that isn't me, that's not who I want to be. And you can recognize that those beliefs were programmed into you probably at quite a young age. Maybe you grew up around parents that were very critical of you, who left you with this implicit feeling that you were never going to be good enough. Maybe you've been in a string of relationships where you've had certain hurts come up, or where you've been where your partner was unfaithful to you, and it left you with this deep insecurity about your own capacity, your own worthiness, and what you deserve, right? So it's really important to recognize that you might be holding on to limiting beliefs and what they are, but then also to make a decision today to let them go. And actually letting them go isn't necessarily such a straightforward process. You can see the woman in this card, she's kind of got her feet tentatively coming out. She's blindfolded, but she's kind of loosely bound. There's nothing really to stop her from moving away from these swords. She could move away if she wanted to, but it's herself that's stopping her. And she steps in and out, she tentatively moves out of this, comes back in again, moves out again. It's a process. It doesn't happen straight away. But, it's important to begin that process, to recognize that you can have everything that you want. You do deserve more. You are worthy. You're worthy of the love that you want. You're worthy of the partner that you want. Your voice is valuable. Your work is valuable. And I say this as much to myself as to anyone out there listening to this. Let's move on to the next card, the Page of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, something coming through for me here is possible insecurities around money and finances and sustainability of living, right? And the Page of Pentacles really represents entering a new phase of your financial life, of your relationship with money. And so when it's reversed, it's talking about possibly a block where you might not be engaging with your own attitude towards money in the way that you need to be. I'll give you an example for myself. I haven't checked my bank account for well over a week now, and I know I really need to. But there's this kind of fear in me because there probably isn't as much as I want there to be in there, you know, but it's that fear that actually makes it much worse. And it's always the case that, you know, when I do finally check my bank account, it's much more of a relief than a scary thing. You know, it's much more healing for me to finally do that. It's just the fear that blocks you. You know, in relation to this card, what I'm really seeing is some limiting beliefs coming up around money, which then fans out into our own kind of self-esteem, our own sense of success, and our place in the world, and our sense of belonging. You know, all of that stuff is linked. So today I'd really invite you, if you know that resonates with you, if you are feeling some fear around your financial status, to do something that is going to help you overcome that fear. Whether it's checking your bank account, paying a bill that you've been meaning to pay for a while, paying off a debt that you need to pay off, moving some money around between your accounts as you need to, or even just taking a look at your bank statement and making sure that the money coming out is you know, what you were expecting. So yeah, I mean, there's so many ways that you can re-engage with money, and if you have been feeling fearful about that, it's very understandable, but maybe today is the day to step out of that, and I'm saying that for myself as well. All right, last card for today, the Knight of Swords. Okay, well, this really represents an attitude that we want to be adopting today. And the Knight of Swords is all about just charging forward, charging ahead and making something happen, right? You can see he's very, very dynamic. He's just galloping ahead. The sky behind him is extremely dynamic as well. Probably the most dynamic card in the deck, I would say. And so this is all about just going for it and not thinking too much. Don't overthink. You know, you'll paralyze yourself. Don't overanalyze. You end up paralyzing yourself. Just go ahead and do it. You know, check that bank account. if you set that intention, just do it. You know, don't worry about what it means, or whether you should be doing something else, or whether this is the right thing to do today. Just go ahead and do it. And it's the same for anything else that you might feel limited by right now. You know, if there's something that you've been wanting to express for a while, today is the day to just go ahead and do it, and don't worry about whether it's good enough, or whether it's you need more time, whether you're ready for it. You know, the strong message coming through for me with the Page of Pentacles especially is that today is a day to think about money, to take some action on money, and to just do it. Just do it. Easier said than done. Well, that is the message coming through for you today. I hope that's been helpful, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you for watching.